been playing so well for the last month or two now, averaging over 100 in this tournament this weekend, 101.75 exactly. And okay, there was the hoo-ha at the end of that match against Rob Cross yesterday, which was a wee bit unfortunate to my eyes, but Mervyn King did play very well indeed. Nathan Aspinall, well, he scraped past Mensur Suljovic, who had 3 match darts against him, and really Mensur, I think, would have walked away from that match thinking he is the man who should have won. But Nathan has that ability to hang in there in matches and to grind out results, and that's what he did without really finding his best form yesterday. Mervyn King, with the bookies, is quoted as the 6-5 on favourite. Nathan Aspinall has won a PDC Major, UK Open Championship in 2019. Mervyn King's been in 4 PDC finals, but yet to be a winner. But he's playing really well, Al.
Yeah, this could be his weekend. He's playing some sterling stuff, Mervyn King. As you mentioned, not just last year, but the first 2 rounds in this one, averaging on a regular basis over 100. So that always gives you a chance. But for me, Nathan Aspinall, as we mentioned, and he said that, you know, the change of darts equipment, it was so important for him to win on that first time playing with new darts. So you get that thing out of the back of your mind. 57. He got away with it. 5 darts at the double for Mensur. But the important thing is, he got over the line.
Mervyn did an interview with Ned yesterday saying 58. He's back in love with the sport. He's loving playing the game. Slightly a frostier interview with Stuart Pike after his victory over Rob Cross. He really did want to get things off his chest about his opponent supposedly standing over the line. Well, that's done and dusted, and we move on. And by the way, 59. A little stat for you there for people who love these things. They are out there. That was the 100th 180 of the weekend.
$129.
Nearly a big finish there early on for King. Good start from him.
12 darts down to 6. It's been all way back. Just looking to get himself a little bit of
137.
Rhythm early doors in this match, so 6 to complete what his scoring he would think has merited.
From the first leg.
And there is the opening leg.
Yes, wonderful 13 darter to start proceedings for the King.
60.
With the max as well.
Do you remember the days when Mervyn always used to travel around with his dad? His dad used to go and watch him everywhere he played.
140.
And I tell you what, if he was still alive, wouldn't he be proud to see his lad playing so well again?
He certainly would, yes, absolutely. He's playing some terrific stuff.
100.
Very tough opponent he has been over the years. Amazing that he's not won a major, but there's quite a few players in that bracket. Dave Chisnell, Terry Jenkins
96.
from a few years back, got to so many finals but just couldn't get over that line.
He's had his
be quite a funny quote, that, wouldn't it? After yesterday, Mervyn King getting over the line.
He should be a newspaper headline writer, Alan.
Yeah, playing some great
100
darts, Mervyn King.
Yeah, and he's had his injury worries, hasn't he, over the years, and he seems to be without too many aches and pains right now, and maybe that's all hand in hand with enjoying the game more. Play better, and you're not sort of looking for excuses for things going wrong.
Yeah, he's taken up a lot of his time, hasn't he? He plays a bit of golf, so that's obviously good exercise. And said he gets out a lot doing the driving as well instead of sitting at home during the pandemic, so he's kept himself busy. That's maybe why he's a little bit happier on the hockey.
Well, fair play to him. Whatever it is, it's clearly working. And he's on for a double now, 16 for the break of throw. 8. Nicely done, carrying on where he left off yesterday. Average way over the 100 mark, and 2 legs in the bag as he looks to be the first to 10 to take a place in the last 4 against either Gerwood and Price or Adi Lewis.
Oh, magical darts from Mervyn King.
139.
Sometimes we see in matches it can take a player 2 or 3 legs, can't it, to get the range and the feel of being up there on the stage and on the hockey. Mervyn King has got straight in there. The maximum, a 13 and 14 darter. Aspinall not quite worried yet, but he will certainly
85.
raising an eyebrow to what's going on at this moment in time.
Didn't play great yesterday, did he? Managed to sort of squeak the result out.
Yeah, it was a grinding
80.
result, wasn't it? I mean, he obviously Menza had 5 darts at the double to win.
Or was it
And
5? I think I said 3 earlier on,
5
didn't I?
darts, I
5,
think,
was
yeah.
it?
And Aspinall was never in front until he hit the winning double. That's the important one to get.
137.
Mervyn throwing beautifully so far in this match. This is more what Nathan needs to find.
180.
And he gets his first maximum of the day.
Yes, still behind, albeit by 1 point. Well, Mervyn tends to go that way. A lot of the players would have stayed on the treble 20 there for double 10.
141.
He always likes down the side, doesn't he? Double 16 and double 8. When we play the World Grand Prix, he always goes that route to start the leg.
65. Mervyn, you acquired.
Well, here he
16.
goes then, double 8 for 3-0. Raise of the eyebrows there. Surprised to have missed by so much.
Gains on the third.
And
leg.
tidying it up with the third darts. 3 doubles out of 7. 3 in the bag, averaging over 107. Thank you very much. That'll do nicely.
Yeah, 13,
60.
14 and 15. That's very, very good standard. As you said, hasn't quite got going yet.
140.
When you look at the legs that Mervyn King has won in, he's just under 110.
Took a
Hasn't had
very
many
good
opportunities.
Took a very good MVG
60.
performance to beat him in the final of the Players' Championship finals, didn't it? In this venue a few weeks back, and he's carried on from where he left off. He really is playing very solid darts. Second maximum of the day.
180.
Yeah, I suppose if it was Gerwyn Price or Peter Wright or Michael Van Gerwen doing this, we'd be applauding it. So we should do the same for
41.
Mervyn King.
Well, you can't not applaud an average of 114. Goodness me.
And rising.
Highest ever winning average was something over 112 in
137.
this competition, that is, by Michael Van Gerwen a few years back. Mervyn King's average stands at 115.29 right now.
100.
Yes,
Mervyn,
it's
you
very
acquired
unusual when you get
44.
almost 30 points difference in the averages.
Double 16 again.
Gains on the fourth
There we
leg.
go. Another
Mervyn
one.
King.
4-0. Another break.
Fifth leg, Mervyn to throw first. Game on.
This is outstanding from the King.
Was that a 14 darter? 12 darter.
12.
.96.
54, 13, a 14 and a 15.
Makes 54.
Not bad, is it?
85.
Take me 54 to do one. That'd be on a good day.
.134.
Aspinall will be wanting this break to come very, very quickly, but if he's 5-0 down, he'll be in the back room wondering what's just happened. Well, I can tell you what's happened. Mervyn King has been outstanding.
He's getting a trouncing at the moment. Mervyn showing no signs of relenting.
137.
Great setup.
There's plenty of room there for a maximum, but I think that he had in his mind if he hit the treble 17, he would have left an easier finish of 100.
100. Mervyn, you acquire 134.
He's missed one.
40.
He's gone. He's gone.
Well, it was a little bit more mortal, wasn't it? Just four legs were distinctly godlike.
Mervyn, you require 94.
King then, 94.
Aspinall's done well here to leave 80 just in case, but he may not get a shot.
Double 16.
Gaze
5-0,
on the
thank you
fifth
very
leg.
much.
Mervyn King.
Well, words fail you. How do you improve on what he's just turned out there? That was pretty well close to the best darts you would see. Mervyn King absolutely flying, leads Nathan Aspinall 5-0, yes, 5-0.
Really was, because he's reducing the chance for Nathan Aspinall. 3 or 4 of the legs there. He only had 12 darts at the board. He hasn't had a dart at double yet.
Sixth leg, Nathan to throw first.
This is
Game
averages
on.
just over the 90. But just not had anything to chew on. He's been blown away by the king.
83.
Obviously, if you did 5-9 darters, it'd be 45 darts, and that's perfection. But 69 is in the real world is pretty close to that.
140.
Just top quality.
$94.
Talk about 100 averages quite a lot, don't we, John? You know, 100 averages is almost like the benchmark now. When you're getting around 110, that's just another level. It really is.
140.
Nathan Aspinall just can't live with this at the moment, and his throw is under pressure yet again.
140.
Despite that ton 40.
Yes, it's noted that he's got new darts. Could do with another one, couldn't he? Could do with throwing 4 to have a chance in here. The way Mervyn King's playing,
Maximum number 3
to Nathan. It's just the way
King.
Mervyn's playing.
Wearing his earplugs, as ever.
96.
Keeping out the
Mervyn,
little
you
bit of
require
piped
41.
hubbub which comes out into the arena.
Just in case I shout bull.
So in case he's left on bull, he might hear you signifying the fact. Double 8.
25.
Aspinall
Nathan, you
might win a
require
leg here.
88.
Oh, I think it's important to have a throw at the double. Looks like it's going to be the middle. Needs the ball.
50.
Well,
Mervyn,
very
you
difficult when he's not had a
16.
throw in the previous 5 legs. Very
Inch
difficult
on
as
the
well with it
sixth
being the
leg.
bullseye, the
Mervyn
hardest
King.
one on the board.
13 darter,
Seventh leg, Mervyn
6-0.
to throw first. Game on.
A succession of winning legs, 13, 14, 15, 12, 15, 13. Brilliant.
That's right up there, it really is. Doesn't matter who you are.
85.
I mentioned at the start of the show, John, that he's probably playing some of the best darts of his life, of his career. Obviously, always been a good professional.
82.
Always gives himself the best opportunity when he's on that hockey. If he can play like this, he'll be a potential winner, no doubt.
Nathan Aspinall's just got to try and hang in there and hope that
60.
King goes off the boil. And he's got to keep trying and concentrating on his own game. Aspinall looking a little bit sorry for himself at the moment.
Well, we have to remember what quality Nathan Aspinall has.
82.
He can produce that kind of level, but he just hasn't got there yet. He's not been given that chance early on in the match, and he's finding it hard not just to chase Mervyn here, but to replicate what he's doing.
100. $95.
Well, at least he's with King now. Or was.
I was just going to say, Mervyn hasn't scored like he has done in the match. And then all of a sudden, he fires in a maximum!
109.
That's
Not
what we go.
guarantee that, couldn't you? Just as we say that Aspinall's in the leg.
Must have heard you. Even when his earplugs in.
140. Mervyn, you require 76.
76 for 7-0. Double 8.
Games on the seventh leg.
And a 15
Mervyn King.
darter. 7-0.
Eighth leg, Nathan to throw first. Game on.
That tells you all.
Nathan Aspinall is getting an
100.
absolute whacking at the moment.
100.
That's winning totals. So you've got 12 darts, and the rest of them all 13 to 15 darts.
81.
Yes, and that's quite significant, isn't it? Because if it's 15 or under, you're reducing your opponent to having 3 less darts. If you're throwing first in the leg.
60.
He's had a couple of televised 9-darters, Mervyn King, but not since 2010. That was in the UK Open against Gary Anderson.
180.
Good darts from Nathan. Desperate to get that first leg on the board, in a good position now.
$57. Nathan, you require 140.
He's got an outstanding chance now. 6 darts from here.
60.
Still in a very strong position.
Just going to say, he doesn't want to hear the MC shout 180 and put the pressure on.
140. Nathan, you require 80.
I think you could probably do with putting this one away. Double 10. Should be a decent, well, maybe it's not a decent marker, having to work along the ocky.
60.
That's more
Mervyn,
of a blocker.
you require 144.
Yeah, you could see that just hit the dart, couldn't you? Just didn't go far enough over. Well, this would really hurt.
128.
He fancied that, you know.
Nathan, you
He
require
really did.
20.
On Nathan, double 10, first leg on the board. No, just not happening.
Dropped the
17.
third one, thrown away in anger.
Mervyn, you require 16.
He's messed that up, because that thrown away dart, he hit the 2, he's left himself on 3.
Games on the 8th leg.
Irrelevant as it
Mervyn
happens,
King.
because King tucks it away and makes his 8-0.
9th leg, Mervyn to throw first. Game on.
Well, Nathan Aspinall will be wanting to finish this game as soon as possible. Get in the back room.
180.
Here we go again.
Maximum number 5 for Mervyn King.
136.
Getting to the stage where Nathan must wish he'd stayed in bed.
I think we had was it last year we had a whitewash in the quarterfinals?
It was Chizzy, wasn't it? Chizzy against Peter
93.
Wright.
That's right, yeah. I knew there was one
10-0
somewhere in the last year or so.
Dave only averaged 78. Got the rematch later on.
98. $100.
Gives himself 128.
$97.
Well, he
Mervyn,
had
you
to find
require
that treble,
128.
which he did. A rare loose dart from Mervyn, that first one.
84.
He was looking for the big
Nathan,
18
you
with the
require
opening dart.
170.
The big fish on offer. We've had quite a few in the tournament so far. Not this time.
115. Mervyn, you require 44.
So, for 9-0, 12 double 16.
$28.
Ooh, chance for a first leg for Nathan
Nathan, you
Aspinall.
require 55.
So hard to get a winning double when you're in this position, and there you go. The pressure's really on
23.
because you're desperate to not
Mervyn,
go
you
in that
require
back room
16.
with a 10-0 defeat, because that can wear on your back for quite some time.
Games on the 9th leg. Mervyn King.
5th time he's hit that double in this match. As Mervyn moves to 9-0, one more needed. And that
100.
that 0 is looking very, very likely, and Nathan Aspinall shaking his head in near disbelief.
Well, said in his
100.
first game yesterday, because he was using new darts equipment, it was important to get that first win on the board, so it dispels any thoughts in the back of your head that there's a problem with your equipment.
140.
But if he does lose this 10-0, That will be a different kind of thought process to get rid of.
139. 105.
Doubling's been good as well today, Mervyn King. 9 out of 19, 47% that converts to an average of still up around 104.
42.
Came down a bit there.
156.
Yeah, a few of those have been in the last few legs as well, haven't he? Earlier on, he was relentless.
140.
Well, that's more like it. Surely he's going to get a leg now.
He left double 8 after 12, so maybe he's thinking of having a run of 9 legs.
100. Nathan, he requires
Breaking
16.
action at the end of this. Oh, we're going to get the big celebration from Nathan Aspinall. Got to get it first. Where do you find your way past that? Oh, out there somewhere.
Watch
Now,
your
be
feet,
careful,
watch your feet.
Mervyn will be
Merv's
having a
watching.
look.
Merv's watching.
No score.
And misses by a long
Mervyn, you
way.
require 120.
This is for the match. Treble 20 needed. Yes.
80.
Thought that was going in,
Nathan, he
Alan.
requires
Yeah.
16.
The way they've been playing. Come on, Nathan. Get it in. Come on, son.
Games from the
There it
10th
is.
place. Nathan
And
Aspinall.
there's
Won the
that
World
big
Cup.
smile. Nathan Aspinall is in the match. But I think underneath that smile, he is a little bit hacked off. The shake of the head tells you, get away, foul darts, I'm off. I've had enough. King leads 9-1.
You don't want to be having a 10-0 on your CV.
I think we both thought that Mervyn King was a likely winner of this one, Alan, but I don't think we saw it coming as quite such a steamrollering as it's been.
Well, it was that first
11th
session for
leg,
me.
Mervyn
69
to
darts in
first.
5 legs.
Game
Nathan
on.
hadn't really got going, but wasn't really given the chance to. And then ever since then, it was a chasing game of a player averaging around 110 at that time.
57.
So your chances are certainly very limited against a throw. It's not easy when you're throwing first. This is better.
Still got to get over the line. That's a perfect start from Nathan.
81.
Good to see him to get a couple more legs, to be honest. Or even a 9-darter. Why not? Why not?
Well, you called it. Could be on its way. Perfect 6 from Nathan.
134. Nathan, you
gonna be,
require
surely.
141.
Surely not, after all that we've seen.
A crazy game of darts. I don't believe it. Oh, he was desperate for that one. You could see it in his
89.
face.
Would have seen some dancing and celebrating if he'd had a 9-darter.
Certainly in the position that he's in.
99.
He'll happily take
Nathan, you
11 or
require
12 just to
52.
get the break of throw here.
Games
Very
on
nice.
the 11th
11
leg.
dart leg.
Nathan Aspinall. 12th leg, Nathan to throw first. Game on.
Well, despite everything that's gone on in this match, John, that certainly will do him a lot of good. We mentioned about the new equipment, and he needs to be confident going forward.
100.
Okay, yes, he's probably going to lose the match. I think that's very much sewn on. But just taking something forward. If he'd have lost 10-0, it would have been very difficult
55.
to shake off. But at least now he can turn around and say he put in effort towards the end and shake your opponent's hand. So well done.
137.
He suddenly found his range now.
Probably playing his best darts of the match,
99.
strangely enough. And it was important to get that first leg, that one before that last break. King had 1 dart at tops for a 120 to win
58.
10-0.
Somewhere in the dusty recesses of Mervyn's mind will be that crumbling against James Wade all those years ago when he was 9-2
49.
up and 10-6 up, seemingly heading towards the title. And he couldn't close it out.
That's right.
Really?
I'll check in
60.
with you on that in about 10 minutes' time if we're still here.
92.
So
Nathan, you require
146.
146.
For 3 on the spin. Double 16.
114.
Unlucky. Good effort. Still a terrific chance now to get another one on the board.
138. Nathan, you require 32.
Well, double 16 obviously for 9-3.
Games on the 12th
And in we
leg.
go.
Nathan Aspinall. 13th leg, Mervyn to go first. Game on.
From 9, the gap is now 6.
It's a bit too early to talk about comebacks, but like I said, if we're here in another 5 or 10 minutes,
125.
we will see. Stranger things have happened in this game.
Not many.
This would be one of the strangest.
125.
Dave Chisnall was once 8-0 down to Robert Thornton. And came back and won the match.
Remember that one?
Scores a bit of a problem there. It's 376 that Aspinall is on. King on 276.
Well, this would leave 96 if he gets the max.
180. Mervyn, you require 136.
So 136 for the match for Mervyn King. 116 now.
16 to leave top. So
96.
another chance for Aspinall here.
Nathan, you require 96.
Well, this is
well.
for 4 on the trot.
Yeah, he's played well in the last 3 or 4 legs. Oh, go on then. 2 doubles.
76.
Ooh.
Does it
Mervyn, you
end there?
require 40.
Mervyn King. An old faithful double top for 10-3.
Game
That'll
shot
do.
and
No
the
comeback today.
Mervyn King.
blitzed him in the early stages. That accounted for Nathan Aspinall. And Mervyn King very good once again, despite just going off the boilers. Aspinall came back, still averaged over 101, maintaining that tournament average. And it's going to take a good performance from somebody to beat this man. He's into a semi-final where he will face either Gerwin Price or AD.